As an international student or even a new immigrant moving from your home country to a new country like Canada, it can be tasking on your mental health. The truth is, it is not easy to talk about your mental health even in your first language. So imagine talking about it in a second language, and even with somebody who does not understand your cultural background. Apisibey is the first platform in North America focused on offering mental health support based on language and cultural background, with over 660 plus specialists speaking over 40 plus languages. The truth is, newcomers report poorer mental health than Canadians. Only 12% of immigrants who seek out help finds it. And even out of this group, 2 out of 5 found it culturally appropriate. So if you fall into this category, then Apisibey is the solution for you. I think it's about time we break the stigma. According to Canadian Centre for Occupational Health and Safety data from 2016, about 47% of Canadians consider working as the most stressful part of their lives. However, only 23% of workers who were surveyed will feel comfortable talking to their employers about a psychological health issue that they are experiencing. But Apisibey is here to help you break that stigma. Apisibey is made and built by a multicultural Canadian group of people who are part of first or second generation of newcomers or immigrant families. They will allow you to match with specialists who will understand you because they've also been through that particular journey before. So my advice is to go to their website www.apisibey.com. I'll leave the link in the description. Go there and choose a specialist and pick 3 free sessions and find the one that fits you. Today, I want to talk to you about some of the financial mistakes I've seen people make when they move to Canada. The truth is, money is an important part of this journey, and it can make or break your dream if it is not handled very well. Moving to a new country is a great opportunity for you to get a fresh start on most aspects of your life, be it your career, getting a new home, or even with your finances. It can be easy to make financial mistakes during this process, and it can be very hard to recover from them if you don't have the right information to make the right decision when it comes to your finances. To help you be financially successful as you plan to move to this new country, or as you even make a decision to settle in this new country, I have put together a list of common financial mistakes that I have seen people make as they move to this new country. Number 1 is not creating a budget for your life in Canada. Budgeting is one of the first things I will advise you to do the moment you make a decision to immigrate to Canada. You will have to make sure that your budget works properly for your life here, and you will have to make sure that you will update your budget when you land in Canada to reflect your life here, because trust me, your expenses are going to change. So you will need to know your current expenses and also have an idea of the kind of expenses that you will incur as soon as you land in Canada. Some of these expenses you will already be familiar with, but with any new place will come with new expenses that you will have to plan for. Some common Canadian expenses that you might end up incurring are monthly rent. That is whether you are living in an apartment, a house, or even a condominium. Then public transit, be it a bus or subway pass. Then there is car loan and gas payments if you are somebody who wants to drive and not be using public transport. Then there is heating, hydro, that's water, and other utilities. You also need to plan for warm clothing if you are coming in the winter. Then you also have to plan for insurance. If you are getting a car, buying a house, or even personal health insurance, just to make sure that you and your family are protected. You also need to plan for groceries because you need to eat. Then we have mobile phone bills. You need to plan for this because Canada has one of the most highest mobile phone bills compared to other countries because the plans tend to be very expensive. So you need to plan for it accordingly so that when you land, you can make the right choices and pick the right plan. Then you also have to plan for childcare if you are coming with your children. And last but not the least, you also need to plan for cable and internet. Identifying your fixed monthly expenses is the first step to understanding your personal budget. Budgeting your expenses is key to make sure that you have enough money available to you to make the necessary purchases. The government of Canada is aware of this, and they know that most people fail to plan accordingly and budget when they are moving to Canada. So they've created a calculator to help people calculate the expenses that they might end up incurring, to help them budget when they are coming to Canada. I will leave a link to this calculator in the description column. And once you have your budget in place, now you can start saving money monthly so that you can have enough available to start making big purchases that you might need as you land and settle into the country. Number 2 is not building a credit history. I previously shared a video on why it's important for you to build a credit history when you make a decision to move into Canada, and dive into every aspect of credit, just to give you a clear understanding of what credit actually is. A credit history is important for every aspect of your life in a country like Canada. Your credit score is basically the best way for lenders to understand your financial background, so that they can help determine the amount of interest rates they need to put on the amount that they are lending to you. Having a good credit score can help you save money on things like interest rates, and it can also help you get easily approved for things that you will need to acquire on credit very quickly. So you'll be able to get things like car loans, cell phone plans, mortgage, and other things much quicker. Building a good credit can take some time, so be sure to apply for a credit card as soon as you land in Canada. Most banks here will offer you a credit card when you land as a new immigrant, be it a student, permanent resident, or even a worker. So be sure to take advantage of it as soon as you land to help you build a credit history. Number 3 is missing bill payment deadlines. It is never a good idea to start missing minimum payment deadlines on your monthly bills, dues, or fees, because it can be difficult to catch up once you start missing them. One thing you have to be aware of is there is potential risk to missing your minimum payment deadlines when it comes to your monthly bills. And this includes a late payment fee, which will be added to your next bill, a drop in your credit score after several late payments, an increase in future interest rates on future credits that you might need. Your phone service could even be shut off if you miss too many payments. If you're a tenant and you do not pay your rent, there is a potential risk of getting evicted. A great tool that can allow you to stay ahead of paying your bills is something called pre-authorized payments. This is basically allows you to set up your bills to be paid automatically, and this can help you stay ahead of all your bill payments. This will mean that you wouldn't have to worry about potentially missing payment or missing potential due dates for bills that has to be paid. And some of the bills that you can set on pre-authorized can be things like your phone and internet bills, your utility bills. You can even set your gym membership on pre-authorized. Number 4 is not filing for taxes on time. Learning a new tax process can be very overwhelming, and even people who have lived in Canada sometimes find filing tax to be very confusing. So imagine you as a new immigrant, you are just going to be confused the first time you have to file for taxes. Still, it is important to fill and file for your taxes on time when you get to Canada. Missing the deadline to file for your taxes may result in an interest or even penalty payments. When you land here as a new immigrant, there will be enough resources to help educate you on how to file for your taxes, and there will be enough agencies or support out there to help you file for your taxes. The government of Canada's website will offer you a lot of resources on why you need to file for taxes and the benefits that you and your family can get when you file for taxes, because as a resident here, you are due some benefits when you file for taxes, and I'll go into this in subsequent videos. Number 5 is not asking for help. Sorting your new finances in a new country can be very complicated. Remember, when you are in doubt, reach out for help. The banks here are ready to support you and your family to be successful financially, because that's the only way you come back and borrow more. So my advice is book an appointment with a financial advisor of the bank that you decide to bank with, so that you can map out a plan to help you to achieve your short-term and long-term financial goals when you land in Canada. They can help walk you through how to save and invest in your future in this new country. These are some common mistakes that I have seen some people make when they move to Canada, that I think I should share with you so you can learn from them and plan for them accordingly to make sure that you're able to put your finances in order as you embark on this journey of moving to Canada. If you got value out of this video, kindly hit the like button so that YouTube will see value in this video and share it with other people. And kindly share this video with family and friends who are on the journey of moving to Canada so that they can also learn from it. And let me know in the comments area the kind of videos that you like to see from me. Until the next video, cheers.